wishing for the kind of love you see in magazines. The illusion falls and nothing's what it seems to be. The part left is hurting deep inside of me. Heard a whisper, someone saw you at the bar. Was it the same night you had trouble with your car? It's getting old, I've heard your stories told 1,000 times. Baby, you are using the same old lines. I'll leave it all behind. I wasted too much time, I've been blind. 'Cause there's no fixing what's been broken. This ain't the first time I'll be drinking you off my mind.
Hi! Welcome to my channel again. Last week I made a video about a mommy burnout, because that's possible when you have a lot of children, a lot of work and doing a lot of things. You can get burned out sometimes, and I have experienced that. But ouch, ow, my hair. I also found ways. I also found ways to deal with it and to heal from it and to get stronger and to get more energy, and how I can live more balanced. So I wanted to give you guys, because I did get a lot of messages from others that felt the same way, and I am so thankful when I help people with sharing my videos, but also with sharing my tips. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So here are the tips. Here is number 1. I have 13 tips, so keep on watching. I start off my day with some tea or my favorite cacao drink. And cacao opens up the heart. I already made a video about my cacao and also my morning routine with cacao. So I would highly suggest that you watch that video, because it's a fun video and it can inspire you to have another morning routine that you already have. So, and maybe you start loving cacao too, or maybe you are more of a tea drinker. Let me know in the comments. What do you drink in the morning? Do you drink coffee? Do you drink cacao? Do you drink hot cocoa? Or do you drink tea? Let me know.
Number 2.
Meditating. And for me, meditating with the children. Sometimes I just take the time to meditate. Just sit there most of the time listening to sounds, healing sounds or music, and then they are playing and I just close my eyes and sit there in the middle of them and just take the time to meditate while they are playing. Or I try to make them do it with me. Sometimes it works, sometimes not, and I can only be an example for when they are older, because I have young children and they are not ready to sit down for a long time. But meditation can be several things. It can be drawing, it can be dancing, it can be singing too. So be creative with the way you meditate.
Number 3.
I did put off my phone. I realized that was way too distractive. I was constantly looking at my phone, looking at messages that I get, and always thinking, is there something said on Facebook? Is there something happening in my group? Is there something I can do to work in my group to make it active? And I started backing off a little bit from social media and from looking at my phone, and that was for me so much helpful because it lowers your vibration so much. Getting stuck in the matrix of social media. It can be used for good, but it also can distract you so much. And you see a question, you want to answer, you see something that irritates you, and you have an opinion, and yeah, that's what's happening for me sometimes. And so I put down my phone, I just out and not able to look at it. Number 4! I had to be more aware of what I eat in the day, because when you have little children, 3 little children, it is easy to take something easy like a cookie or some piece of chocolate, some bread with chocolate pasta. It's so much easier to take something that is unhealthy because it's already packed. You just have to take it and eat it. But food is more than just getting rid of the hunger. Because that's what a lot of people do. They feel hungry, so they get rid of the hunger. But they are not aware of what they are eating. They just take something and fill their belly. But that's not the point of food. Food is refilling your body with proper energy, and the energy you put in will feed not only your body but also your soul. So if you feed it good things, you will feel way more better than when you fill it with unhealthy stuff. So it's not that I ate a lot of junk food or something, but it was a lot of cookies and chocolate in the day. So I needed to start be more aware of what I ate. So more fruits, more vegetables. That was important.
Oh yeah! Number 5!
Another thing that I needed to do was take a break sometimes. Taking me time, even if my children were around. As a mommy, I never took a break. Never. I was always busy. And in the time that my children were playing or sleeping or doing something that I could do something for myself, I started cleaning because the house was a mess all the time. And we get lost in always doing something. We're always teaching them, we're always taking care of them, and then you start doing the dishes and cleaning, and then when the time is ready to do something for yourself, it's time to go to sleep. And you forget yourself totally. And when that is going on for a long time, believe me, that will burn you out. And even get to worse, get to a depression. So I really needed to take time for myself sometimes, like I'm doing now. Making a video, yes, it's still working on my channel and still doing something, but it's something that I love and it's something for myself, something that I spread into the world. So I love it, and this is for me now a little me time, but also just taking a bath. Most of the times I took showers, 5 minutes in the shower, up and back out again, so I could be back with the children and get back to taking care of them. But now I take more baths since I realized that I need some more me time. And I really take the time to enjoy the warm water, the soap, some essential oils, and really pamper myself.
Number 6!
When you realize that you have been running your whole life, always doing something, always keeping going and never stopped, and have several projects running, and you have your children and your household and your home that you have to take care of. You have your husband that needs attention, you need attention, maybe you have a job. There is sometimes so much going on in our lives, and I had to stop for a moment. Stop building up my business. I was creating my own business and I stopped now. I really want money to make my dreams come true. That's true. I still want to make my dreams come true, but not of the cost of my own health, not of the cost of my own happiness. So for years I tried to earn money. It didn't work out. The only thing that I get out of it was burnout. So now my focus is on my children and on the things that I love doing. And automatically, maybe I am already building that business, but it maybe takes a little more time. And maybe I have to realize and appreciate that time, because patience is also very important. Because a lot of the times we plant a seed and when it comes out we want a big tree, and that's not happening. That's not realistic. So I planted a seed and now I have to give it a lot of love, a lot of water and sunlight. And that's what I'm doing right now. I planted a seed. I'm still doing stuff where I know that I am taking little steps for my dreams and for a business, but it are very little steps. And sometimes I'm not available, sometimes I'm not on social media, sometimes I have a Facebook group where I wanted to create my business, but I realize now that it's way more fun to just, for now, connect with the women in my group and just start friendships and connect with people. And that's good for now. And for the rest, I am there for my children and taking care of myself. Number 7! I needed to remind myself to go back and enjoy the small things. Be a little bit more mindful. That was an important thing that already saved me in the past. But I sometimes have to remind myself, keep enjoying the small things. Don't forget to enjoy your children. Not always stressing about it, but also enjoying my children. Their laugh, their dancing, their growing, their learning new things. The way they are playing and having fun. Or just going outside and enjoying the grass, the sunshine, the leaves on the ground, even if it's summer, winter, spring, fall, it doesn't matter. All of it has beautiful things in it, and there is always something to enjoy, or just taking a bath, or maybe a kiss of your husband, a hug, something small, or you eat something healthy but so delicious. Enjoy it. Take your time to observe it, to watch, maybe sometimes for hours. Maybe that can be a meditation itself, just watching your children play and observing how happy and joyful they are, or just watching your cat or dogs play, or eating a strawberry and first watching the beautiful red color and then tasting it on your lips and then your tongue, and you start to chew on it and you feel the juices in your mouth and you let it go through, and not just eat it and then it's gone. Just let it sit there for a while in your mouth and literally taste it. You will be amazed of the taste you will get. We are sometimes so in autopilot that we forget how things taste, how things look, how things feel. So be a little bit more mindful. I needed to remind myself of all the things that I already have. I was so caught up in, I don't have money, I don't have a job, I don't have a diploma, I don't have this or that. But I have already so many amazing things that I have to be thankful for. I am so thankful for my children, so grateful for my husband, for the house that we are living in. And I am so thankful that I am able to find myself and to stop with working when I feel like it and still be able to have food on the plate. I am actually very lucky, and I sometimes forgot that. I was also caught up in the past. I have been through that. I have been through trauma. I need to trauma heal, and I have those fears, and I was constantly focusing on all the bad things. Also, I'm a perfectionist, so I was always picking on myself. You don't did that, you did that wrong, you have to do this or that, and it was never good enough, and it always had to be better and better and better, and I had to be professional in everything I do and have to do everything immediately right. So I was putting a lot of pressure on myself. So I really need to remind myself sometimes of the things I have, the things I can do, and all the beauty that is already in my life and the happiness that I already possess. So being thankful, showing gratitude. Number 9. This one was a little bit harder for me and took a long time and didn't came like, but communicating the things you want. A lot of the times I let people say things and do things where I didn't felt good with, and I always kept it to myself, and then it boiled up in myself and started feeling angry and resentment and anger, and that was only hurting myself. More and more I start to say no when it's no and yes when it's yes, and also communicating with the wishes and the things that I want in my life, the dreams that I have, my true self more showing out, just being myself and staying authentic with myself and with my wishes and my needs and my goals in life. That was very important. So when something doesn't feel right for me, I can say no now. And when things feels good, I go for it. And sometimes I have fears and things that are coming up in my road that I feel like, what is this? But now I can talk about it. So that makes it easier for people to understand me and help me even. Because a lot of the times people say, fake it till you make it. But faking that I was already a professional didn't help me. It was coming out for the fact that I am not a professional in what I am doing yet, because I'm struggling with trying to have a job and trying to do that next to having 3 children and homeschooling, doing so much already, not having the time and sitting up late. It's not easy. So I had to be open about it, that it's not easy as a mother. So I opened up and it was received so well. And being open about it, it doesn't mean that you have to be negative and that you are a victim when you open up about your true feelings. You're letting it out, and that's good. When you say what you feel, it's okay, and you express yourself, that's okay. Being a victim means being in a place of negativity, but keeping there and not wanting to get out of it, and just doing it because you love the attention, which is nothing wrong with, because it means you have lack of that attention that you needed, because it's a need that you are trying to get in some way, and it's maybe in a negative way. That's fine, and maybe you get out of it someday. But expressing your feelings, that you feel bad or are sad or frustrated, that's okay, as long as you find a way to get forward in life. So communicate.
Number 10.
Something that is important for me too is putting an intention out before I go to sleep for the next day. because the way you go to sleep is the way you wake up. So I try to put myself into good thoughts, not trying to worry before I just fall asleep. I think about the things that I'm grateful for, but also the things that I want to manifest, the dreams, and I started to go in a place of like it's already there and going in that feeling of joy and love and whatever the feelings are when you think about your dreams. And that's an intention that you can set, but you can also plan something you're gonna do the next day. And you don't have to have your life planned out for 5 years, but maybe for the next day I just want to make sure that I do the dishes, or I have a lesson for the children, that I have a chat with my best friend, or an intention to do something for a business, or maybe you have to go to the store, or maybe you do something that you wanted to do for so long but you always kept on moving it in the background. Maybe now it's the time to do it. So putting an attention is so important.
Number 11.
Going outside. I forgot sometimes that when it became fall or winter to go outside. Sometimes maybe even when it's raining. But you have to be aware of the days that it's sunny also, because if you look well, it can be sunny almost every day, and at that moment you go outside and maybe it's just 5 minutes every day, or 10 minutes, or a half hour. Feel what is good for you. And maybe even in the winter, put out your shoes and ground yourself, go and walking in the grass, even when it's cold. Really, believe me, it's gonna be so helpful. It's gonna cheer you up so much if you do that every day, even when it's cold. Find the courage to put on your jackets, your shoes, and you don't have to look fabulous to go outside. If you have a garden, that's fine. If you live in a city, it doesn't matter what going out for you means. If you just take some fresh air every day, that's so important. So don't forget, go in nature sometimes too. Go take a walk in the woods. Connect with nature, because we are nature. So don't forget to go outside.
Number 12.
Number 12!
Number 12.
Busy, 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 busy. So many projects, so many things to do, so many things I want to do, so many things I started but didn't work off, because there are so many things that are fun to do, so many things that I would love to do, so many projects that I would want to grow and give to the world, so many people that I want to help, and so many things that I want to do with my children, so many hobbies, so many things I want to learn. And we start with them all together, because I want to do it all. No, back off a little bit. Wait a minute, is that not the reason why you're burned out? Because you want to do everything at the same time? Maybe you should focus at one thing. In the day, I focus on my children. Teaching them things, playing with them, cooking with them, happy, making them foods, healthy foods, a little bit of meditation, a little bit of dancing, a little bit of hobbies, a little bit of what the children and I love to do together. And then in the moments that I have time to work on my business. But when you start a business, begin with one thing at a time. What is it that you want to do? Which problem that you want to help out of the world? Don't start 5 or 10 or maybe even just 2. just start with one. If you're already burned out, back off a little bit and start with one thing and make circles. Make circles. Don't start a project and make a half circle, and then another half circle, and then another half circle, and then another half circle. And then we have a whole bunch of projects that are half circles. But we need to make full circles. To complete something, to be satisfied ourselves, to really do something, but to also don't overwork ourselves or overdo ourselves. It has to be realistic.
Number 13!
Number 13!
Number 13!
And last but not least,
Hey, Mama!
exercise!
Yes, doctor!
Having children is an exercise at itself, and if you say I don't have the time to exercise, that's a complete lie, because you have the time to play with your children and you have the time to do your household. And when you're cleaning the house, you can exercise. While you're folding the laundry, you can do, how do you call them? Squats. Are they squats?
Hey! You stop the floor!
And for a mommy that is very busy, remind yourself, they are perfectly capable of helping you a hand. So let them help you.
Taste of love come back, I'm finally free. The mirror I can see a different me. I'll leave it all behind. I wasted too much time, I've been blind. 'Cause there's no fixing what's been broken.
Whee! And let them sometimes have a pajama day. When you're homeschooling, that doesn't matter, so no stress, and have fun with your children. Just play. Yeah. That's an exercise too. Playing is stress releasing too, so you have many tips already right now. So thank you so much for watching, and have a stressless life and enjoy every part of it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye! Hi everyone! Next. Are you ready? Are you ready? Moutain?